Mhm. Oh my god, all these buttons to press. And not a drop drink. I don't know. I'm mixing metaphors. Welcome to the GH Mini Spotlights. It's the year end celebration
Go.
weekend. Year end, Frank. Year end. That's it. A week from today, I'll be on a plane to Nueva York.
Oh, and right into GLG Media starlet John Dunphy's waiting arms.
Starlet. Starlet. I'm coming, Daddy. Coming. But in the meantime, Frank Moran and I are here. Hi, Frank. We are here for your pleasure. Talk about General Hospitals last week. Probably give a few of our predictions. We have a little last minute stuff we're going to do. Because it's the end of the year event. We just did, not him, myself, and Tammy Dot Govea and Amanda Russ did Y&R and Bold and Beautiful. We did 2 hours. Go check it out. We actually mixed them up together. So 1 minute we talk about Bold, next minute we talk about Y&R, 1 minute we talk about Bold. So it's all mixed up. So folks, we had a good time for all the crazy storylines that go on those two shows. Plus a little behind the scenes stuff going on. Tammy Dot Govea is a commercial star right now. We're talking about that.
I think she cannot even walk down the street without being stopped and hunted for autographs and photos.
Yes. We knew her first.
Yep.
We knew her first. So there. No. But she is in one of 5 commercials for Orlando's different theme parks. She is grandma. She said she called herself Grandma. That's how they described it. Grandma Harry Potter. But Grandma though is kind of hotsy totsy because Tammy's cute. So they realized they're like, okay, she's kind of a hot grandma.
Uh,
So
I hope she at least scored lifetime tickets to Universal Orlando's.
that's a good question. I didn't even ask her that. That's a really good question. I wonder if she got anything out of that. But she got paid. I'm sure that part. But besides pay,
Yeah, but for the increase of hot grandmas going now to Universal Orlando, she should get her beak wet on that.
I'm asking if she got anything else out of that. Yeah, so I wonder if that actually happens. You get free entry or whatever. So
Yeah, because isn't like if you do like a Burger King commercial, you can get that Burger King card. So you're like, or you have to be a celebrity where you can get that lifetime supply of Whoppers.
that sounded gross. But sure, anything free we'll take. Take. We'll take. Anything free we'll take. Hello, everybody in chat. Hello, hello, hello. You just watched. Oh, so Isaiah, the guy who plays Isaiah Gannon is on today's State of Mind with my buddy Maurice Bernard. So I haven't seen that. Obviously, I haven't seen that because I've been on here. That's good to know. Check out Alan Locker. I will support him because he's my friend. I'll support all the other ones, but I'll support Shady Sunday. I support him. He has a great interview with Rick Hurst, and he has a great interview with Kimberly McCullough.
Oh,
Check those. They came out last week. Check out both of those. I watched both. Actually,
is tea spilt in the Kimberly interview?
yes. Well, the thing is, she's a big time directrix now, so she's just not coming back anytime soon. But she said she's the only person that ever played Robin. She's never been recast.
Yeah.
So let's keep that. So keep that in mind. She says never say never, but now she's super busy with her son Otis and doing all the she's directing everywhere. So she's doing and that's but yes, but yeah, check out Tammy is gorgeous. Go ahead and check out they can check out Tammy Govea and those commercials. And she's really fun. So that's our
Um, Speaking of Young and the Restless, I did see an online post of somebody wanting to award another successful year of green screen usage for backgrounds to Y&R for the seamless usage.
oh, it's not seamless. Uh, we make fun on that show, folks, as you know, of the use of green screen. I like to think they could do better because I'm like, they get points. They're not like General Hospital just goes in the backyard and shows you Los Angeles, it's upstate New York. I don't know. It's slightly better. But I give him points for trying to show more outside stuff. I'm not everything over outside than just, you know, the indoor stuff. They try, I guess. Just looks a little fake. Anyway, so yes, so that's out now. You can check that out now. It's on audio and let's see, is it on audio? I'm about to lie. It is on audio now. Let me press the button. It's on audio and video. So you check out that. And so it's the Y&R B&B crossover year-end event. Yeah, it's a long title, kids. That's us. So you check that out. Tony Moore is next after us doing Days of Our Lives. And I was supposed to be on there, but I have something I have to do. I can't do it now. I want to thank Tony for the invitation. But after the holidays, they celebrate 10 years of Edition Days.
Well, you better make sure your calendar's available for that because the
What?
fans are going to be outraged that you weren't there today. So they need you there.
Well, they already have asked me to keep that weekend open. They're planning something big for all of us former hosts. So including Mark J. Freeman, Tammy Dacovea, myself, and a few others may return. We returned to other episodes of other anniversaries. So just keep in mind, watch them, listen to them. They'll fill you in on what's going on. So I hope possibly I'll be on there. So we'll see. But it's my 10-year anniversary also. So it'll be great.
Mark J. Freeman will be reporting from the skies as he's traveling somewhere.
I know these folks, guys. I've been talking to him recently. We actually have our own Edition Days chain of former and current co-hosts. It's kind of funny. So all year we hear things. So he's watching Santa Barbara right now, so that's a whole other story. And then I'm watching Cruise and Eat. Like, okay. As he flies around the world doing that. So I don't know. So keep that in mind. So follow them today. They have their show going on today. They'll have Anna Lynn McCord as their guest. So check that out. I do her from 90210. So now she's on that show. So check that out. Frank and I will do our last show of the year together. Later on, Frank is a hot grandpa. Okay. Okay, I guess okay. I was gonna say this Thursday, when me, him, and John Duffy do episode 4 reaction to Skeleton Crew. You can check those episodes out; they're out now too. But it'll be our last one for the year. We'll pick it back up in January. Just stay tuned for those announcements.
Ooh!
I end my year with you, Frank, as usual. I'll be ending my year with you on Thursday.
Oh, there's no place else I'd rather be. Counting down the seconds to midnight with my lips puckered.
Which lips? Anyway, so so that'll be happening on Thursday also. So we have that going on too. I think it's everything. I think that's all your church announcements. Yes, because folks are asking why I'm leaving next this week from today. I'll be flying to New York, so that's why I'm not gonna be here. And they said canceled last Zoom yesterday too. Thanks for that. Yes,
and you are doing a huge public appearance event in New York for all the GLJ Media fans.
I wish. I don't know my schedule there. That's why I can't plan
promise anything.
I can't promise that.
But GLJ Media fans, you lotties, get ready.
I'm going for work.
Keep your social media at hand. You never know. There's going to be just a flash drop of James Lott saying, "I'm at the Rockefeller Christmas tree. Come see me, bitches."
Bitches, I would say that. And Samantha, I am going to Jersey actually, also kind of. So, yes, I know. If you can all DM me or whatever, but I promised certain people I would see them, former AfterBuzzers. If you're an AfterBuzz fan, stay tuned to my social media. You might see me with Brianna Phipps, Grant Rudder, Laura and Jeff Graham. I have a bunch of friends in New York. So they're former AfterBuzzers. So you might see me with them. So keep that in mind.
Jeff Graham's living in New York now with his wife?
His wife got a job. She left Kimmel and she's with Fallon now, I think.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah. They're there. I wonder if there's a book of world records for most unchecked emails. Speaking of Mr. Moran, I don't know if there is one.
Well, I mean, fingers crossed. There's always hope.
Don't encourage him. Go. Okay. Now talk about the green screen now. Green screen is terrible. They don't have any money. They could try. That's so far. Yeah, but that's a whole other story. It's not a story. I give points though for trying. They're trying a little bit. So, folks. Okay. I was sitting here, I wrote down notes. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. If I got on top. Who do I want to talk about first? Because there's so many things. There are a couple of surprises. And I guess we'll start the surprise. I guess we'll start because they already talked about it in the chat. I will follow you wherever you may go. Um,
I love it.
Dex is dead.
Wow. I mean, I am bummed on that. It's of 2 months. I know I know their kind of fandom was kind of split on how useful he was on the to be on the canvas. So I mean, I understand that there's lovers and not so much lovers for that character. I enjoyed Dex. I mean, yes, we never really got to know more about his backstory. Never got to hear about any of his family. We got allusions to a poor childhood, but never any specifics of meeting anybody from that past coming back up. Uh, I was thinking about that of two things. One, I like the idea that finally, as we've griped so much about not knowing, or them being vague about plots and stuff like that, we know up front now who this person is that's killing. I mean, it's
Yes.
our boy Cyrus. He's doing it all, which I love. Whether there's co-conspirators or not, I don't know. We can wait to see, but at least we know Cyrus is involved.
Yep.
Uh, so it makes sense. You stab Dex, you get him in the hospital, and then you do your special. Why he's trying to make a point about the hospital, and it's got to be the digitalis way out. I don't know. Uh, so you need victims if you want to keep going on with that storyline. So of course it makes sense you're going to be grabbing. You make a big splash with Sam. You always got to have at least some big splashy character, whether it's an Alan Quartermaine or it's a Sam McCall, and then you kind of fill in with lesser rung characters that you can give up on that. But uh, my second side is that as much as I love the veterans, James, big fan of the veterans on the show. I mean, because those are the characters I've been watching for so long. I also, I mean, who knows? Fortunately, it would be great if GH lasted another 20 years. Well, fingers crossed. We should be so lucky. Who knows? In this media landscape that we're in today. But assuming we were fortunate enough to last in 20 years, I worry that there's really nobody. There's not really many characters on the canvas that would allow that could become the next Sonny, Jason, Carly, Anna, more those prominent characters. Like a lot of the young cast isn't really given that chance to really kind of latch in, I think, and become those fan favorites. So not to say that Dex could have been, maybe he could have, maybe not, but I just want to make sure that we're creating a legacy for for fans to be able to grab onto and for them to be able to cheer on if the show lasts for many, many more years.
Well, to me, it's really weird because there's no that age group really on there now. So it's kind of weird to kill off somebody from that age group. And there's so many women on the show versus me. I'm just very surprised. It kept secret. I'll give you that 20 years later. I will say I like that this was kept secret.
Yeah.
Like UAE, I had no problem with Dex this week either. I mean, Dex was fine. I mean, him and Josh were fine. Even him and Molly, there could be something could possibly there. There's possibility with again. There's so many women versus men on the show of that age group, so to kill it. But I guess shock value, obviously, that's what the writers wanted. Um, yeah, it seems odd. It was that, and now Johnson is saying in the chat, it's like her brother Michael. They all die. She's the Black
Mhm.
Widow. So it's just kind of that is kind of she already lost Oscar. Now she's it's kind of her and she don't have that in common. They've had two boyfriends die.
Yeah,
That's kind of weird. Be so young, right? To have that happen.
we're
Uh,
tied.
we're tied. We're tied. Yes. So that's kind of weird. And I said the cast is bloated. I did say that. It is. It is bloated. There's a lot of people on there. But I guess for me, he would have been one of my choices. There are others I may have killed, but I don't think he would be one of my choices. But I guess it's easy to kill him than someone more important, I guess, on the show. Maybe I don't know because Sam was most important out of so far the two killings. Maybe it's just easier to get, like you said, fill it in with other people. Like, okay, we'll kill him off, we'll kill that person off. Then I don't know. So I'm just shocked by it. I didn't know. I just didn't know. Hi, Lori. I didn't know. I don't know. Kind of weird.
I I mean, certainly there is a difference between, 20-year veteran and, a 3-year veteran, a 3-year actor on the show. Um, but what was great about this was I was genuinely surprised on Friday. I
Yeah.
was like, holy cow,
Okay.
what?
Yeah.
Uh, because you're right, they kept it no, I had no spoilers, no nothing, no hints that he was leaving the show. And it's a shame that for whatever reasons, uh, yeah, Sam's departure was announced so early.
Yes.
Uh, you know, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how all that got handled the way it did. Maybe it was something that was going to get leaked anyway by somebody else, and so that they just announced it then. I don't know, but it was a bummer because that surprise element, especially for Sam's character, would have been tremendous.
Oh, I know, right? Evan has done already has done said he done. He thanked everybody and the whole shebang shaboom. So there you go. So I just thought, what a surprise. And I'm curious as to why Cyrus is doing this. Obviously, the new writing regime has decided to make him an all-out villain. I just wonder what it is.
Yeah, and I think we need to know that sooner rather than later because it's weird to just keep the audience confused as to why he's doing the things that he's doing. I love that we know as an audience who it is, while the
Yes.
the, the, the characters don't. But now also to just help cement it and make it more the fans getting more involved in the cat and mouse of it all, as opposed to the motivations for the cat. So yeah, fill us in. I would think this week you really got to let us in. I mean, we know why I mean, I think they kind of planted the seeds for Dex. I mean, he already has a history with Cyrus already, but when he kind of chatted him up there at the park and just like, hey, I know you were at the hospital that night that Sam died, and you weren't following that restraining order, blah 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 blah. So I felt like Cyrus wanted to just like stop Dex from just chatting. So I could see maybe that's why he stopped. Uh, but the greater motivation of why it needs to be in the hospital, why is it Digitalis? uh, why Sam as well. I feel like we need to know that stuff sooner, and then we can just enjoy him setting other people up or evading the law or whatever the deal is.
I so I actually they will let us know soon. I'm not that worried because this new regime, they're not holding back. So I don't know, and and we got to think about, remember Lulu's ventilator
Yeah,
was at Cyrus. So there's a bunch of stuff there, but I just thought again it was a shock. It was a shock, which I love myself. Give me some shock. I love it. So I thought, and like Joy says, it's a way to trim the cast and have if they could write this really well, like a good murder mystery hospital story, I can be for it. I can be
yeah.
for it. It's done well.
I mean, it's tough because how many people are you going to be able to get constantly into the hospital if that is his sole method of eliminating people. So that's going to be tough to constantly be able. Because then I would feel like anytime that you saw a character that anybody knew getting put in the hospital, everybody would be like, we got to put armed guards out of every hospital door, 24/7 watching everybody that's coming in. So I don't know how long he could keep with that same pattern of the hospital. So I'm curious to see how it evolves. And I do like the idea that as we've talked about a lot, and you just mentioned was Lulu's ventilator. Like that was his first trial, and him finding like, oh wait, that's that gives people too much time, and there's an opportunity for people to come in and save her. But digitalis is something that I can just inject, and it's like that silent killer that it's going to get you. Nobody even knows it's there, and it's guaranteed to work. So I do like if we kind of see how he evolved into that pattern, but I just don't know how long he could keep staying at the hospital.
So like, who's next? I would, for me, put Geo in there.
Ah, ah,
Then it comes out who his parents are, because apparently, when Brooklyn people are not all wrong to keep secret and blah blah blah. And Trace's like, "You're the best person in my life," and Willow wasn't good. They're slowly building up to the fact that Dante and Brooklyn have a child together. I don't even know how else to even play it off.
yeah, but it is it is also odd that they've gone this far, this long without saying anything either.
Right.
So,
So I don't know. I don't. It just feels like that's where they're. So they're saying who's next. It could be Michael.
it very well could be.
He's leaving the show. People think this is Days of Our Lives. They're like, what if they're all on an island, alive? That was Days of Our Lives. I don't think General Hospital's going to do
No.
that. But
Um,
Green Michael, you were saying Felicia,
yeah. I mean, if you're looking at people that are kind of that are starting to suspect Cyrus, and she was right there in the park, and she's got, I mean, I'm sure she's gonna remember like the bell stopped ringing when all that stuff went on. So she's got something in the back of her that she's trying to remember. So I could see Cyrus possibly eliminating her. I would be bummed if it was Felicia.
right?
But
But
but you need those important characters too. You can't have
yes,
just fluff.
right. So it could be Felicia. It could be Stella.
Hmm.
That may be impact too. If Stella goes,
Yeah.
Tracy would lose it. She'd be good. That was a new friend. Curtis would lose that whole family would lose it.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, so it says Drew. I don't think Drew's gonna get killed. I think Drew's around for a while, but he'd be a big deal. It'd be a big deal. But I feel like they got Drew and Jason back. They don't. I don't think they're gonna keep them both. Not
Monica.
Reg. We love Reg.
Yeah, get rid of Monica.
Now that's not it too. They could have done a whole Monica and then we finally kill her off.
Yeah.
So I mean I don't know, but Felicia's going to remember that Cyrus is not at his post, but the bell was. It'd be nice if it was Drew. That's so funny. It isn't. Isn't it odd that something would tell Cyrus they saw him? That Dex would tell Cyrus they saw him at the hospital on the 10th floor, but not tell Dana. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe Natalia. That's funny. Oh my god, Natalia. There's no reason for Gio to be there. He needs to go permanently. It could have been Phyllis. They shipped. They didn't ship. Oh yeah, Phyllis could have went, but he shipped her off. Um, yeah, I don't know. I just think I have a feeling. Obviously, one of those things is going to go botched wrong, and maybe Laura's brought in to. I mean, it's gonna be some big showdown. I mean, I don't know. I mean, because clearly they're writing Cyrus into a corner now. He's like, if he's killing people, then that must mean he's on his way out somewhere.
Yeah.
I guess. So I don't know.
Uh, yeah. I mean, and I don't know if we're gonna reverse engineer it and wind it all the way back and make him the person that killed Dr. Gatlin Holt, so that we have one more super early murder on his
Right,
as well.
right. I don't think Elizabeth. I think Elizabeth's gonna stay for a while. I don't know, but who knows, right? Who knows?
I don't know, I feel like you want, because I think that's a good, like the General Hospital mystery storyline. I think
Yeah.
that's a great thing for Liz to get involved in. Lucky. Uh,
Yes.
and if you want to get in Lucas and
Yeah.
Dr. Gann,
And TJ.
yeah,
Oh, there.
no, we can leave. TJ can get killed. That's fine too.
Or what if it was? Oh, what if it was Terry?
Mm.
What if she got killed? What about big old Martin?
No, Martin. No, come on. You can't. You got to keep Martin.
Martin. That's the good brother to
Yeah,
Laura.
I don't know. I mean, for as far as Cyrus is gone, well, I don't know. It's weird. I can't say that family's off limits, because if we're saying that he also was behind Lulu's ventilator, then clearly family is not off limits.
Very not right.
Yeah.
All right. What's the next thing? I'm gonna bring it up now because it umbrellas so much stuff, and it's soapy goodness, folks. Folks, I chortled, Frank, chortled at Tracy and Ned's reaction. The sex tape, the sex scene, the sex scene is out. They all see it together at the Christmas get together. Um, that Thursday, was it Wednesday or Thursday episode? I mean, whatever day it was, they were building it. It was Thursday because I talked to you Thursday.
Yeah.
And same thing I told Frank, I go, the Dex thing was so uneventful.
Cut to.
I know. It's just so uneventful. They were literally building it that whole episode. The stupid football game, I didn't care about that. It got my nerves. But Friday did not disappoint. And when Tracy was like, I'm tired of all this, and when she went, she started laughing.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But Ned was the winner, right? Everybody in chat, I think everybody's like, Ned was the winner. He went to everybody else that went to him, and he was gleefully tongue was hanging out, he was laughing. Oh my God. It was the bomb. And they went down history. They went down history, Frank. They brought up all kind of stuff. And they're like, nope. You can that nope, that okay. I mean, they brought up Catherine Bell, they brought up Monica and Ned, they brought up, I mean, and they're pam, 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 pam. Tracy was just like cut them off the seams. It was so good. Frank, I mean, what
Leading up, I mean, yes, I guess we felt we knew where this was going, but the convoluted nature that Michael, I mean, maybe it's Michael just constantly must have had that video just like queued up, ready to go.
He must have.
For Tracy to just accidentally throw it up there, which is bonkers to me. But he wanted it to roll out. I did. The one thing I like is going back and watching that was how angry Jocelyn was when Tracy started fiddling with Michael's phone to turn the volume off. She was look at her, she was so angry. Hey, turn that back on.
Don't play with her. She was trying to watch her game.
Uh,
Against Landview. Hello, folks. Haha.
yeah, I mean I mean that's what you want. You want a nice little Quartermaine blow up. And that's a great thing about filling that house up with characters again, is that when you can do a scene like this, and it is a lot more fun because you have so many different characters to bounce off of, get reactions from, throw in history. It's great.
Quartermaines are quartermanian. That's right. They are. I know you're supposed to bring something this Tracy trying. That's the whole point. They said no one's a saint here. They said that nobody's a saint here. That's what Olivia said. But the point was, it was still messed up. It's still messed up. Come on, folks.
Yeah.
It's messed up. No matter who did what in the past, that's not the point. Point is, you had sex, like Tracy said, where anybody could have walked in on you in your daughter's nursery.
Yeah.
And I have to say when she said, your father was many things, or he had bad taste on women, all stuff, but he would have never slept with his nephew's wife. And that seemed like it really hurt him, actually. It was like, oh my God. But I gotta tell you, when Willow was like, you've had the tapes, I slept with them when Sam died. You've had like, and Carly's like, no, bitch. No. You're not, you know what you're not gonna do is notice Michael. She did. Michael was like, he was like, no, he was like, you're the gaslight. Like, and I was like, I know, Willow, how did you walk in all angry? Like, you're like, well, you cheated on him. Hello.
Well, yeah, but I get like, I mean, Willow was not denying it; she was owning it. But I mean, Carly jumped in. Like, I get Willow's point. It's like you've known for this time, and you've not said anything by this point. I get where Willow's coming from.
Fuck Willow. No, she can't say shit. And my thing, I was with Michael, and she was like, "Why'd you do it? Why?" I'm like, "Well, Michael's like, because I wanted to give us a family before we blow it all up." Kind of basically, and I want to get our last one for this. I'm like, "See," and even Drew was like, "Oh, like, hello." I said, "I'm sorry." I was on there. I was like, "Will, you can't say nothing." Because she tried to do the Sasha. Sasha shut her down too. So I was like, "No, bitch, you're gonna blame this on me. You did it." Like, hello. Like, you did it. So I was like, So I'm sorry. I'm on Team Willow. I am not Team Willow on this one. She cheated and lied and kept it a secret this whole time. So he found out. He was waiting for a moment. Shit.
Yeah. I mean, and also this was not Michael's plan to have it happen like
No,
this. So Michael was not planning this as well. You saw
like
Michael's reaction when that video first went on. He was like, "Oh, brother."
he did. And what she said, why don't you show this? It was like, no, you didn't show. It's like it was Tracy showed it. She pressed the buttons.
Yeah.
I was like, was it? He didn't know. He did not plan this at all. So I was like, but then when Drew had the nerve to say, had the audacity to say, you don't know about me and Willow, he was like, okay, but he was like, well, tell me about it then. He walked up to us like, well, tell me about it, like whatever. It was just like, okay, Drew, that's a little much. That's a little much. Oh
uh,
my
yeah. I mean, Drew is being such a creep through all this.
no.
I mean, whether it's like manipulating, trying to first screwing over Curtis, then getting Nina to be like, hey, I need you to talk to Curtis to kind of soft sell this. Don't you care about, Willow's happiness? You got to just you got to cushion the landing for when I, take Curtis out at the
And then
knees.
it was like, what? She's like what? Oh my god! I ordered Tracy, but she goes over to Nina. He's getting close. What she say? He's getting close to your daughters. That must really hurt or something. I'm
Oh,
like, you get really close to him now. Like, it was just so she just whispered in her ear, and Nina's just like, oh, whatever, bitch. Like, get out of my face. Whatever.
the way that Tracy just kind of ping ponged around that room and
Sure did.
would just get in and throw in a little dig and then just move around.
Gone. And
Oh,
then Olivia stopped her from walking over. Because I was like, we don't need a Carly Nina going at it. So it's like, that's fine.
yeah.
But she stopped her. And Nina was just like back there, like, oh my
But
God.
like I feel like, I know how much that Willow or Nina wants to have that relationship with Willow. I feel as everything is falling apart, the worst person you want in your corner is Nina because she's just so over the top with you've
Yeah.
got to get your kids now.
Oh, I laughed. But she ain't completely wrong, though. She's not completely wrong. Michael is one of the most whatever people in the state, and he's a Corinthos, he's a Spencer, he's a Quartermaine. I mean, but Connie was right there. She's like, where you going, bitch? Where
Oh
you guys
yeah.
going? Where you guys going? Because remember, Connie went upstairs. I was like, yeah, where is Connie? I was thinking, where is she? Remember, you saw her looking,
Yeah.
she went upstairs.
I
And there
mean,
was
I
no
think maybe she was looking for the kids, maybe.
yeah, there was nothing, there was no conversation up there.
Yeah. So she must have gone up there and realized, uh-oh, there are no kids here. I better go back to the house and find out where they at. Oh, look who I see leaving.
She's like, where are you going? Where are you going?
You're not trying to take Michael's kids away from
She
her,
said Michael's kids. She said that kids.
right?
Said Michael's kids. I was like, oh.
No, it's like, well, you can take the girl, but you got to keep Wiley here because,
Probably right. Right. I'm like, oh, it's just, oh my god. It was just like, wow. She was looking for Willow. Oh, she went upstairs. I just thought she went upstairs. It was like, oh, okay. I didn't nothing. There was no upstairs scene. And then she all of a sudden, I said, I was like, where's Carly? And she popped up the end. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. They try to get here's my thing. You didn't go fast enough, bitch. I'll try to get you out of here.
yeah. You've got to get them. Hurry. Oh
The
my
way she
God.
said it was kind of funny. She did say it like that. I
Oh.
kind of get it. I don't know. I kind of get it. And
But I think, I mean, it's weird because I think the way this is falling out and the way we've seen Michael act as he's talked about his and Willow's relationship with other people, we already know he's not going to be, at least at this moment, he's not the vindictive Michael that he's been in other stuff. I mean, he has also admitted that, I slept with Sasha, so I know I've got to confess on my thing too. So, yes, I mean, I think as an audience, we know Michael's intent is not that at this moment, but I can understand why, you know, Nina always assuming the worst, especially when it comes to access to children,
yes.
is gonna, sound the major alarm bells.
Plus she was reamed by Lulu as well. We'll talk about that later. Also later, she's very poor. We need to mind her own business, and Lulu went crazy on her too. Um, we'll get to that later. But in this storyline, I just think it's because he told Sasha, I was going to tell, I'm going to tell after the holidays, and I won't say your name, but she's keeping a baby. So that's be interesting. I mean, so it's all a mess. It's all a mess.
And then it was even leading up before the reveal, where it was just Tracy and Ned talking like, "Hey, we got to do something with Drew now because once we get to DC, we could lose our leverage." So they're ready just to throw Drew under the bus
Oh yeah,
before he left to go down to DC.
oh yeah.
And I like they said like, what's Monica here's, she's gonna throw you out, and we're gonna leak the sex tape too. Like he was just telling Drew everything they were gonna do.
But then you got Drew and Michael. Drew's got to do what you got to do. Whatever. I was wondering if this will play into giving Curtis CEO-ship because he said, "I want to do it my way. I don't want to do it your way."
Yeah.
But I want this will work into to Curtis's favor.
I don't see how, I mean, because I think everybody knows that the whole reason that Michael was going to get it was because of how guilty he felt about what he had done with
Yes,
Willow.
yes.
So I can't imagine he comes out of this saying like, yeah. Uh, but I don't know if, yeah, I don't know. I'll be curious to see how he handles this, or if Curtis is like, oh well, I guess I get it now, no matter what, or Curtis is like, no, 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 I'm gonna keep you screwed me over too, Drew. So I'm gonna make sure I get this.
Yeah, I know because he was like, I want to take his company away from him." And I'm like, this could be a way to keep the scandal out of the press and all that stuff, and saving Willow. Don't do it for Willow. And it's like you're defending. It's like, well, Drew, you're so. Oh my God, you're too much. You are team too much. They're
Yeah.
trying to sell us something. They're trying to sell us this kind of Drew Willow love story. They're trying to sell us.
I mean, you know, for me, I'm fine with it because it is creepy and it's weird, and it's soapy goodness. And it's not like Willow and Michael were, like burning up the screen with their amazing love story either. So I'm like, all right, at least the Willow and Drew thing is just so bonkers that I'm more entertained to see where that went. And if that all, blows up in everybody's face eventually, then it's like I'm not invested in Willow and Michael getting back together, making this family work.
Michael's a better CEO than Curtis. That could be true, but still, I want Curtis to have a chance.
Yeah. I mean,
He
yeah, I mean,
was promising.
objectively, yes. Michael's got so many years of EOQ experience. He's already also headed up Aurora temporarily when, for Sam. So, yes, I mean, Michael, on paper, for sure, the better fit.
Right.
But heck, yeah. I mean, Curtis, yes, as we talked about last week, that's the best thing about soaps is that, you can go from, a down and out, private eye to being a CEO of a company, with, with real no like long term noticeable like skills. But that's the great thing about soaps.
Um, Nobody's buying a Drew Will love story. I'm just saying they're trying to sell it to us. They're trying to sell us as some star-crossed lovers feeling like a fool. I don't know. They're trying to work that out somehow. Drew and Willow are lust. I see no love for Willow from Drew. I see manipulation. There you have it. They're doing their job. They're pretty doing their job. So everybody has different thoughts about this.
Some people call it grooming, other people call it love.
Right.
Who are we to judge?
I was like, Curtis did a great job as interim CEO. Mm-hmm. Don't
I mean,
forget that Willow grew up in a cult. Her life was effed. And it was funny to have them bring up Chase bring up. Maybe this would have happened if we hadn't played God with them. I almost forgot about all of that actually. That was they had done that, and it was like, yeah, I think we're fine. I think we're good.
yeah, I mean, because a very interesting history to put up there, but then, it's also like, oh, well, if we had messed together, then probably Chase and Willow would still be together, and where that leave poor Brooklyn.
Yeah, I know. So it's kind of funny. And again, Brooklyn got secret there. Her and Lulu were not close. We'll talk about that, but she not so. And we'll go into this because this goes into Harley, who sees Lulu and acknowledges, and Lulu actually takes her off the hook because all she cares about is getting Charlotte. So she's kind of like, we're fine, we're good, girl. They hug, it's cutesy, but that's after Lulu goes straight to Nina
Yeah.
and says, I want my daughter. And Nina's like, I was minding my own bit. And they hung up on Susan Lucci, or something, excuse me, Erica Kane. That was Erica Kane, folks. You don't hear about Erica Kane. Um, but I just thought it was interesting that it made sense in her mind. I mean, to me, it made sense when because her and Nina and Valentine have a long history. That was her last. She has no idea what happened in the last 4 years. So it's kind of funny that Nina's just like, I don't know nothing. Like I really don't. And remember, I know it's like to find a daughter. I mean, I know what that's like. I mean, like I mean, she's like, she really was trying to be sincere, and Homer was not having it.
I am going to disagree slightly because these scenes irritated the hell out of me. As much as it's great to have Lulu back, she's not an individual character without any ties to Port Charles or any family. She is surrounded by lots of family, lots of people that, especially Laura, would have filled her in on everything going on with Valentine and Charlotte and the status quo of like where they are. She like because all those questions Lulu would have had, Laura would have answered them in terms of like, oh, where were they living? What were they doing? Like, so to have her going around this week operating as if she has no other knowledge or written as that she has no other knowledge from anybody else that would have told her this stuff was kind of frustrating. Like for her to go to into Nina, like it's ugh. Like and to go to Windermere and all that stuff. I was like, well, yes, like Laura would have said, oh no, that Valentine and Charlotte were living here. Anna and Valentine were together at this point. Blah blah blah, filling in all this story. So to have it just was these scenes were frustrating me. I mean, because it just didn't track for me.
And so I disagree with Frank, of course, because it led to now Carly filling her in. Because remember, Carly was like, I would never defend Nina. You don't worry about that. And her finding out that Nina was married to Sonny, she's like, what? I mean, to any outside, that would sound weird. I'm like, that's any outside, like, Nina and Sonny were married? And or something. And she's like, no, she doesn't know, where Valentine would not share with her. Like, I mean, well, she's like, I know somebody who would. And she runs off to Jack.
Oh
And
yeah,
Jack gets a taste of Lulu Spencer and her breaking his phone.
yeah,
Oh, like, I'm like,
yeah. Like, how did you think breaking your phone is gonna also help Lulu? Ugh.
I know that part was a little annoying, but I like that she's like, no, it's because for me, it's all about Jack and Carly. That was number one on my sheet, Jack and Carly.
Saw it. Bold, bigger font. Love it.
Hello,
Yeah, look at that. Look at
that's my
that.
couple. Frank. That is my couple. I they have chemistry just flying off the charts to me. And Carly and all those scenes we talked about before that when he confronts her now, like all that stuff. Like, that was that last week. We talked about that last week, didn't we?
No, this is this week.
Oh,
That
that's
happened.
this week. Okay, I saw you this
Yeah.
week. Okay, so yeah, so Jack confronts. Obviously, walks to her office and like, "Oh, you scared me. Leave me in my office." And he confronts her, but there's oh my god, he likes Carly
Yeah.
clearly. Like he does. He likes her. He admires her and he likes her. That's why he keeps helping her. And I think he was genuinely hurt that she did it. But I like when she was like, I didn't want to do it. I did it to prove that you were wrong. But then you called Valentine. You can see it was a great back and forth.
Yeah.
It was a great back and forth. It was like she felt bad that he was saying something, but you heard my conversation. Then you would have known. I still didn't know that it was a burner phone. Then she got kind of quiet, like I guess I think. So like I like they both kept jumping on each other. It was like kiss already, whatever. Just do it. Like I just feel like that. You know what I mean? It's good classic soap opera. They actually really are taking their time with these two and showing us there's something there. And I love that I think he was genuinely hurt. But then he kind of believes that she was trying to help him on some level also. But when they were standing, when the whole Lulu thing happened, he was like, the resemblance is he was like laughing. I just love that he was so like, and when he left, and Carly felt bad. She was like, I do trust him, like I do. He's helped me. So what are your thoughts on all of that?
I what I do like about the Jack and Carl relationship is that Jack has been upfront with Carly about who he is. That, it's like, hey, I'm not the most trustworthy guy around. so that he's not trying to pull the wool over Carly's eyes at all in this, and he hasn't had any agenda, and he hasn't wanted anything from Carly. Uh, he's just been doing stuff to help her, just because I feel like a genuine interest and fondness, and maybe more with Carly. I love how this relationship is developing, and it is interesting to have when you throw like a Jason in the mix, who uh, keeps telling Carly, like, I do not trust him. Jack Brennan is bad news. Stay away from him. Carly's not listening to that. She wants to trust her own instincts. But Brennan sees Jason as a valuable asset for the WSB and for his agenda within it too. So he is like wanting, he knows like, Carly is a useful way to be able to also get a hold of Jason. There's a lot of cool stuff about that. I don't know. I'm digging all of that about. All I would say is just give me more. Let's
Yeah,
kick it up a notch. We got it. We need a smooch at this point.
yes. Tony Moore is in the chat, lounging with Tony.
Woo!
In there. Carly will be Jack's Anna. I can see that on some level. Yeah, people like Brennan and Jack together. They're all there. Almost everybody just says they like that.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, East Coast. I'll answer your question. It was like, do you think it's weird? Nobody's told Lulu that Charlotte is shot and Anna was responsible. They haven't got there yet. It's just you have to remember, there's so much stuff that she's missed. They can't do it all at once. I'm sorry, guys. Give me a chance. They're going fast. I mean, she's learning stuff. She learned about Bobby. She had to learn about Bobby. Remember, for Carly, that was a sweet scene. Talk about Aunt Bobby, but it's like there's so much that she has missed. It would be too much for even us to watch. They have to kind of play it out. I think that will come up. I think maybe once Charlie comes back, that will come out. And that'll be a big scene between Anna and Lulu. But I think you kind of have to. Yeah, East Coast. I'm saying they need Anna and Lulu in the same place together. Probably have a conversation. But I feel like they're telling her all kind of stuff. Trust me, the homegirl. They just have to give her a chance to see it go through in time.
Yeah, I mean, it's for me. I'm torn between the frustration of wanting to see certain scenes with Lulu and other characters, and then the reality of how I think life would work on this.
Yeah.
Where a lot of these conversations and information, Lulu would find out much sooner. Like she would be sitting with Laura or somebody else in the real world, and they would just give her big info dumps on all this stuff. But
Oh, but
here we're not having it off. So a lot of that would be happening off camera, and then Lulu would be coming into the world, into these scenes, knowing some of this information, versus us always wanting to see. The longer Lulu's around, and she's now just learning more and more stuff, I find it more and more hard to buy into,
I completely disagree with that. I completely disagree with that. I
because you
feel
want the
like
scenes, you want those juicy scenes
no,
between characters.
but I'm fine with it taking its time because she's been gone for 4 years. Homegirl's got, and it's almost kind of like the soap opera is letting us know so much shit has happened in 4 years. It's kind of crazy. It's a soap opera. A lot happens in a 4 year time. I like the fact that some of the characters, like, we just want to tell you all at once. Like it's like she learned that Sonny was married but she don't know all details yet. Like he said, I'll fill you in later. Like I like the fact that they're kind of just like, here's some stuff, let her react. Here's what, like, I loved her. She had a scene with Dante about Sam and learning more about that. Like, so like she's getting little bits and like she's getting little bits and pieces. And Luke died after she was in the hospital. Oh my God, Lonzy Tony. If you miss a day, you miss a lifetime. Wasn't that a thing for one of these soaps or something? They were like, not a line for one of these soaps. Miss a day, you miss something. It was like some promo years ago. No, actually, I feel opposite. I feel like, no, let her find out little by little, and it will, like, with key scenes with key people, and then just, well, like, don't
But
just retype what James says to make him think I do. I just, you love me.
but
What
like
was
this,
starting?
like like the Lulu Dante scenes this week over at Windermere. So talking about Sam, I liked how that kind of paced out, because it was Lulu learned this information earlier from other people, and then
True.
came into that knowledge into this conversation with Dante, and they were able to build on that, and that was great. That was a great moment between them.
I agree with that.
So, there's other things like where she's I feel like there's other information. Like she's not going to know. You're right, and I'll not all know all the ins and outs of Nixon Falls. I mean, who would want to know all the ins and outs of that? I watched it all, and I would wish I didn't know all the ins and outs of the Nixon Falls storyline.
I know you. I
Uh,
know you don't. I know you. I know you.
yes, but
Okay.
I also think like Charlotte, a big life thing for Charlotte is that she was shot. I think you that's something Laura would tell Lulu pretty upfront. And so if I am fine with her knowing that, and once Charlotte comes back on canvas and Anna is there, I want Lulu coming in hot about Anna shooting her daughter, as opposed to just learning it then at that moment that, oh wait, this is why you felt so guilty, Anna, and then we have to hear all blah blah blah.
See, I'm the opposite. I like the fact that people are afraid to tell her everything, right? Because she just came out of a coma for 4 years. So I feel like they're taking their time. They want to send her back into a coma or whatever. So like, well, tell her stuff. And then my thought is, so here's other way. So it can play out the other way. That one, the way you said is one way it can play out, but the other way it can play out is you bring Charlotte back. She notices a scar. What's that? So what's that? And Charlotte has a real moment about, and starts talking to her mother about it. Maybe starts crying, whatever, as revealed that Anna did it. And then Lulu goes off on it. He goes like, "Oh, so you shot my daughter? Oh my God!" Being a hothead, which Spencers are hotheads. And then have this big cathartic. I mean, I just think it's. I see why sort of folks on the show are like, I don't want to tell her everything just yet. Like you got to get it there. I thought the Charlotte reveal should have been sooner, just because it's her daughter. She said she got Rocco. It's like, I want to see my daughter. That all tracks for me. Of course, she wants her daughter. I mean, she wants her daughter back. But I just think I don't know. I don't mind this. I don't mind. They're not taking too long. She's getting stuff. And like Mike said, she's already trying to grieve Luke and Bobby and Spencer. And then the one thing it did take forever was her and Maxie. So we finally got that. We finally got Lulu and Maxie. But I was a little underwhelmed.
As was I.
All right, Frank and I agree.
There you go.
Thank you. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next time. See you next year. We'll talk to you guys. That's it. We're done. Bye. Thank you. Tony says, enjoy the show, everyone. James and Frank are doing an amazing job for 9 years. Thank you, Tony. That's what he says about us. Thank
Well,
you.
we're walking in the footsteps that he put down ahead of us with Dishing Days.
So Frank and I would not be here was it for Lounging with Tony. So everybody think Lounging with Tony. They're celebrating 10 years in a few months. We would not be here. Frank and I would not have found Frank and we wouldn't have been here.
That's true.
Where's the bell, James? You're Frank agree. I know my bell. Oh my God, my bell is here somewhere. Yes, I moved it.
I mean,
Yes,
some people would say maybe life would be better if they hadn't seen me. But
no, Frank, they love you, Frank. They love you, Frank. And East Coaster agrees with you, Frank, on everything he said.
Yes, Easter Coaster, we are best friends now.
But yeah, I thought I agree. I'm like Maxie. It was like I was underwhelmed,
especially for the amount of time it was kind of built up.
Yeah.
I mean, why wasn't something like Maxie dropping a bag or a coat slow-mo shot for that, and then they were reunited? We didn't get that.
We didn't get that.
And like even the reunion chat was just kind of like,
yeah. It just wasn't like, so she learned about Bailey Lou, but she don't know all the details about that either.
Right.
Because you named her after me. So I thought that's important information. That's important. So they did that. And she'll meet her at some point. But yeah, I thought it was just like that fell flat for me. And I'm very shocked that it felt that they didn't do it. Yeah, they didn't shed tears. That's what it is. I think it's what it was, East Coaster. Maxie and Lulu needed to shed tears. They didn't shed tears.
Yeah, I mean, and yes, there were some like abbreviations, like everything that went down with Peter August, everything that went, like the rebound with Gatlin Holt that really went, kind of nowhere.
She said two. She had two. She goes, I had two relationships, whatever. Yes.
Yeah. So, it's like that was like, all right, hey, we're giving you just this, and it's enough to plant a seed that we can have a further conversation on later on. Great. Charlotte's missing. Oh, by the way, while you were gone, she was shot. Just so you know, this whole thing happened. I feel it's bonkers not to have out sooner. No,
I was the opposite. I was like, that'll come out. That's going to definitely come out. I think it said that there's just so much. There's just so much for her to get. And you're right. Tracy and Lulu have not seen each other yet.
No, that why that has not happened yet. And at least thank you for at least throwing in the scene of Tracy being frustrated that she has not seen Lulu yet.
Yes,
Look great.
yes,
Then
yes,
that's great. That helps. All I need is that to set up like why it
yes.
has not happened so far.
It's really
Perfect.
good. And again, with Laura saying, people who took care of her when I was gone, she's talking to Martin. So I get that. Now,
Oh, before you go on to the next thing, one last thing. I do not need to see an Anna Lulu confrontation or scene about that shooting. I don't need to see Anna crying more about this gunshot
gonna
scene.
cry.
Leave
Really,
it, please
gonna
leave
cry.
that one off screen. I am good with it. I can fill in my head everything that happened.
So she's gonna cry on camera.
Ugh. Oh no.
We're laughing on our young and restless saying how Peter Bergman is the Finola Hughes on Y&R. He could cry in an instant. And he did last week on that show too. He just started. I mean, that's it. That's Finola Hughes. So no, we're gonna have it on camera. God
Oh
bless
God.
America.
Oh
Sit
God.
back and take it.
Yeah. I don't want those tears anymore. I've seen enough of them already.
It's coming out. It's coming. It's coming. Um, I don't know where was I going after that. I was going somewhere. You said that.
I think you were about to say something very sexy.
Like in my deep voice. I don't know. I was gonna say. I was like, what was I was gonna say? Tracy. It was Tracy and Lulu. Oh my God, I told you what I was gonna say after that. So yeah, that was kind of fun. And now another mystery that's very interesting. Ava has no money.
Yeah.
And the Cassadines took it back. As you said, the Cassadines took it back. And then I thought, well, did she have her own money? Kind of. I thought she had some of her own money. And then Rick, of course, he can't do nothing because he got a check to shoot. I mean, how big was that check? I mean, like, was that his all about? And we had to call nephew Lucas, who is a doctor, I guess. Pay that. What was it, $691?
Yeah. I and then I did like that Ava, just as politely says, "Would you like to stay and help us finish this?" You know what? I will.
Well, she said for the bill that she so generously paid. She was like being
Yeah.
funny. You paid for.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, because I don't even think it was. I have nothing going on. Yeah, I'll do it. Okay, I will.
I
And then
did like
he
that he
laughed.
sat down. He just
That
cut
was
to Rick
hilarious.
and he's like, wah, wah, wah.
I know it was hilarious. That part was something, but that was a surprise. That was no surprise. Like, oh, and he goes, I know it wasn't your first call. He goes, no, you weren't, but you're the only person who came. It was. I mean, I think they're working towards a relationship with those two. I kind of
I'm
like
down for it. I'm good with you. Yeah.
it. Yeah, I thought, yeah, thank you, Mike. I thought she already had money before she married Nicholas. I can see it all being tied up at the moment for some reason, but she already had money.
Yeah, I mean, she's
So
got an art gallery business. She's got,
yeah,
whatever Jerome fortunes are around too. So I mean, she has. It's one of those things where you have your money, but you don't have Cassadine money.
right,
So well, Ava's always been well off.
yeah,
Not necessarily Cassadine well off. So
right.
that's why I think she was happy to have that extra bit of fortune. But
Who do you think it is?
I don't know, especially when they say the Cassadines want to take it back. Like, I mean, currently Nicholas is in prison, so he can't be doing that. And then Valentine, but
Oh,
I
there's
mean,
some rumors. You want to hear the rumors?
lay it on me.
There's a rumor. There's other Cassadines on the canvas. They just rarely use that side of their
Oh,
family.
Christina and
And
I mean Molly, Alexis. I mean,
that's what they're saying. It could be one of them. There's actually the rumors I've heard were, uh, and
oh no, this was.
sorry, Alexa, not you, Alexa, off. I say Alexis, Alexa. Uh, I say it. Or is the Cassadine coming? Like one of the two. Some say it was Natalia because she's supposed to be this kind of money wizard, but I didn't hear that. I heard it was like there's other Cassadines on the canvas, folks, that we're forgetting about that hate her so much that it could have been Alexis doing it to get back at her because she hates Rick too, or or Christina reached out to somebody, reached out to Nicholas or whatever, and they worked it out.
I man, I certainly if it's I could see Christina doing it, but I don't know. I don't know if she has the ingenuity to come up with that
I just
idea.
said that. Christina said, Jennifer 792 said Christina is that smart. So you said that. She goes, Christina ain't that smart.
Yeah.
But she
Like,
could have help. I was saying she could have had help.
yeah, I don't know. It seems weird for her to be this. I mean, it would be a surprise to us too, because it'd be a surprise reveal to us that Christina had done this while we weren't aware. And I felt like coming from Alexis, yes, it makes sense, but I feel Alexis would have done this much sooner, especially when she found out like Ava was kind of partly responsible for her losing her law license to begin with. I feel like that's when you get it back. That's when you start screwing with Ava. And maybe she had started back then, and it finally caught up now. Is when everything started. The wheels went in motion. So maybe it's Alexis, but not for the trial, but from earlier, and it just happened to land as the trial wrapped up.
Tony JC says it's Tammy Govea.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
there you go. I mean, how do you?
they want her to be a Cassadine so bad. Uh, Joy Jensen says, I heard this also, that Christina, Sonny said he would help Christine, so maybe he asked Brick to do something.
Mm,
But then I'm with Angel Blue. How do you legally reverse a divorce settlement? I want to know. I'm curious about that too.
yeah,
Like,
like
how do you reverse it?
you can't just take money
Right.
back.
So I don't. I'm with you, Angel Blue. I'm with you. I don't understand what that's about either. So maybe Victor's lurking somewhere. So I don't know. But they said Cassadine, so I'm like, it has to be a Cassadine person, or whoever's handling Cassadine stuff. So I just think it's just like this is an interesting development. And this new regime is throwing all kinds of stuff at us. So I would be surprised.
I would prefer it to be like a Victor. Still, he survived after the whole Iceland fiasco, and now he's starting to kind of slowly claw his way back, rather than it be kind of. I feel like a Christina or Alexis. Alexis makes a little bit of sense,
Yeah,
but it's more insular, and it's like okay, then we're just going to be kind of tied up in this same kind of revenge cycle for a while. Victor at least enters like then I feel like oh, we're getting a new kind of story beat, a new element coming into this. And I feel like, Victor's been rested for a little bit. So if you wanted to do a little Rise of the Cassadines again, I mean, I'm down.
I'm down for it. The waiter guy was funny. Oh, he was a total bitch.
Oh,
No, it was so judging. Oh my god, that actor got some time, Frank. He got some airtime.
I was just waiting for somebody to come in with a napkin and just wipe up the corners of his mouth from all the eating of the scene that he did.
He chewed. That's I get so why not, kids? Okay, why not?
Yeah,
But he
and
worked
that's the
most
perfect
of them
role.
scenes.
Go to 10. Go to 13 on
He
that.
did. He
Eat
did.
it up.
He surely did. And when Lucas Kelly's like, thank you. I just that waiter made me laugh. I just say it just he gets points. He made the most of that scene. Have him back. I like him. Have him back. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, give me that caddy wait the maitre d. Yes. Boom.
I'm all in. I am all in. I'd love to see Victor back. I know Victor was good. Oh, but they mentioned Cassadine, so I'm like, I don't know. So I'm like, we've got another mystery going on. The waiter was so messy. He was. He was it was thought Shady Sunday. He was shady. That was
But I
hilarious.
feel like the great thing about that sequence, even before the whole payment fiasco, was yeah, I feel like we're really starting to they're kind of laying a little open flirtation of the Rick and Ava relationship, which I'm down for. Let's keep this train going.
I agree. I just keep Rick Hurst on the cast, please. He's just a great addition for so many characters. He's a great addition. He's a disruptor on some level. Just by showing up somewhere, he disrupts. People just they lose their lose their. I mean, Sonny lost his mind seeing him. It's like it's just that just automatically happens.
Yes.
So I'm just completely like keep him on the canvas.
Yeah, and I felt like the nice thing about Rick, now that Molly's older and they can have more scenes together, is that you can see that softer, more human side of Rick, which is great. It just makes him more of a well-rounded person that you're excited to see on the canvas. So he can be human at one moment, and then he can just stir the pot with Sonny, with Alexis, Carly, with I mean, and I guess he has that with Liz as well, that kind of more human side. But there's always Like you can never trust that relationship. There's always some agenda or some kind of background secret that Rick has that's gonna just blow up in Liz's face.
Um, Speaking of Cassadines, I want to mention a conversation I did appreciate, and that was Alexis and Christina.
Mm.
She told her about herself. She finally said, I mean, it was a very calm way she was doing it, but I like the fact she was just like, what you said to Chris, what you said to Molly, was wrong, right? Like she kept trying to get Christina. Christina was like, but, like what kids do, and Alexis coming at her like, you don't have to be a biological mother to like feel like you don't she lost a baby, like she was saying or said that she could also imagine what it would have been like to have, like she kept coming at her with like logical stuff, and Christina wants to go, yeah, I know, yeah, I know, what out, but she's not. She gets, I'm sorry, because what she did not deserve what you said to her. She said it. I love that.
Yeah.
And Chris like, I'm gonna lose you too. Like, no, you're my daughter. You're not gonna lose me. I mean, I love you, but I love that this Charlie's thing is not gonna you can't run from everything. And she's just very calm about it. It's like you're doing too much, your team too much. And she's like, you don't have to fight this. This is just doesn't agree the same way as you do. And I don't understand. Like it's like she's like a little kid. I love that Lex was just calm, was like, no, you're wrong, basically. Like you're doing too much. And I really appreciate that she said that to her, because after Molly earlier in the week was like, I can't stay here while you just defend her again. Um, it was like, yeah, Alexis was magnificent with Christina. I agree. I thought it was just a great, just like she didn't back down to Christina and play into it or placate it. She's just like, no, that was wrong what you said. She did not deserve that at all. And you don't know about your sister and her marriage. I knew they break up, and like, you don't know anything about these. Like, you don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, Christina tried every trick in the book, and Alexa's like, no. And she gave her a kiss, and I love you. Will never lose me. You're my daughter. But just like this shit was not kosher. She was just not. I loved it. I don't know what I just loved it.
No, I agree because it's finally this is the scenes that I wanted to see where like Christina needed to just be put in check a little bit for her action. And being a parent is you love your child, as they say, unconditionally, but that does not mean you condone everything they do, nor that you just excuse their actions. There are times when a child's actions can go too far, and you need to be able to like rein that back in. And so I like that Alexis not being hysterical about it. She just came at it calm, cool, and just said, no, no, no. I love that because it was like I needed those scenes to happen because I felt like Christina, there's been too much of like Alexis and Sunny just kind of, like, oh, we got to be, kid gloving Christina. And it's like, no, no, no. And especially for Alexis, because it's not like, Molly's not, yeah, Sunny's niece, but, that's a little different. To have, two daughters right there going at each other. It's just like, I appreciated Alexis finally going like, no, no, no. What? How you're behaving towards your sister is ugh. And for Christina said, "Oh yeah, but the wrong sister's here. I needed Sam." Ugh. And I don't think Sam would have given her that same kind of validation. I think she would have said exactly what Alexis had said.
Yeah, whatever. But she was trying. She was grasping at straws, and she was trying to justify her behavior because Sonny's playing into it,
Oof. Yeah.
or because he hates Ava. I mean, Sonny has his own agenda, so to speak. He loves Christina. Yes, he loves her. They're close, but he hates Ava more. I think, and that's what I think. That's what the blindness for him is. You can't
Well,
just keep fighting.
yeah. I mean, and I don't know. I mean, Sonny's just has a different kind of, not a completely different, but a sort of different worldview where it's like a lot of loyalty based, and it's
Yes,
this stuff. And so like if you've wronged him, you are on the outs forever, and then the world, there will be retribution in some way, shape, or form. So you know I I mean that's how Sonny operates. So he's, well, when Christina's kind of sharing that, I mean, who's Sonny to say that's the wrong way to be going? It's like Sonny's like, yeah, this is how you do it.
and Sonny's trying to get her. I think get her at Corinthos Coffee, and so I think this is going to lead to other stuff. But no, I want to do Charlie's. I want to do Charlie's. I think I'll run it. I think you're right. I'll run it since Phyllis is gone. I'll run it.
it would be interesting as we talk about this now to see Christina leaning more towards Sunny's direction,
Yes.
wanting to, dabble her fingers or toes into the mob lifestyle and seeing how Alexis reacts to that. To seeing her slowly kind of losing parts of her daughter to that kind of mob life would, man, I think that would drive Alexis bonkers.
Yes, because that's the whole thing. You know, well, and like it was said, did you want to try to keep your daughter away from from Sonny too? In the beginning, she did. She said Ned was the father. Ned said he'll say it was a whole thing in the beginning, folks, because Sonny was dangerous.
Yeah.
And now you're okay with it. But I'm just saying, there was one point you didn't want Sonny around either, your daughter. So there's
And
hypocrisy all around.
yeah, true. And it's one thing for a child to be like a victim of accidental violence towards them. Like it's something that's happened towards Sonny, and then the kids get caught in the crossfire. But different to have a child actively choose to follow in Sonny's footsteps, where it's
I know,
like, no, no, I'm deliberately making a choice to involve myself in this lifestyle and worldview. I mean, I think that's even worse than being caught in the crossfire. And it's, I mean, like, how can you prepare for an accident? You can't. It's tough to do, but to see like your child deliberately choosing to embrace that, and you're like, no, 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 please don't.
I know. So I think it's very easy to slowly go in that direction. They go in that direction, and again, having I don't care. Natalia and Sonny can have lunches and dinners, or it's all weird to me now. It's just I just think it's all weird.
You know, yeah. I mean, uh, I it's tough because we also don't have Blaze on there. I mean, without Blaze or even the others, her son
All right,
on there to see Natalia work through her family issues as well, maybe that might help kind of warm people up to her. But it's tough otherwise. So I'm hoping that a Blaze does come back.
or not bring the son on,
Yeah.
make him gay, which would make her just lose it. Both her kids are gay, and put him with Lucas. So Brad got a little crazy on his face. Brad is these are a little team too much. And he jokes about it, of course, if you watch the social media, he's always joking about himself on the show. He a little too much. Well, Lucas, we made a time we almost went on vacation, almost. And I'm like,
Ugh.
oh, calm down, Brad. Like you're just doing a little too much. It's like stalking Lucas. I was like, and Lucas was like, I gotta go. I got things to do. I gotta go. It's just like, come on, be a little calmer, Brad. He's team too much. He's like he's trying to get back to them tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, look at it from Brad's point of view, I suppose, where I mean, clearly him and Lucas loved each other. They got married. I mean, and then this whole thing with the baby kind of blew up, and uh, Brad made the decisions that he made, all because he loved Lucas and wanted to have a family with Lucas. It wasn't to try to hurt him. Then all the truth about Wiley gets revealed. Brad goes to prison for this, and but he and Lucas never really get a chance. I mean, Lucas wants nothing to do with him at that point.
Right?
So he even steps away. He leaves Port Charles. Brad eventually finishes his sentence and then comes back into Port Charles, but there's no Lucas around to be able to try to talk or make amends. And then, boom, here comes Lucas after Bobby's passing, and he's right back at the hospital around Brad on a regular basis. He's so close you could almost touch him, sort of thing. So I can see Brad like uh, erroneously going too fast. You gotta pump those brakes a little bit.
Brad is the stalker. Um, the turning TJ gay. I thought for a second there when him and Lucas, I'm like, no, but it's just a friendship. I think it's just they were their doctors together. But I thought there is some chemistry there a little bit. I don't know. I mean, and Lucas has been with black men before, so that's not anything unusual. But I
Yeah.
don't. I mean, it would be a first for daytime to have someone go from this like what a 10-year relationship or a 20-year relationship with Molly from high school and then turn gay. I guess it'd be interesting. I said turn gay. I'm being funny. Obviously, you can't turn gay. But it was really interesting that's they've never really done it before. They've done it with women. Like all of a sudden, women kind of go that direction. They've never done it with the man
No,
uh,
it's true.
on soap. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
And it's all, it's a bummer that Felix is not part of the campus.
I
It would be
know.
great to have Felix back in there as well.
And also, everybody's remembering that TJ had a relationship with Felix's sister. And they're thinking, well, there's a child out there with that.
There's always, man, in a world where there's just always just mystery children out there.
I know, but I was like, Natalia and Sunny have no chemistry. I know, I don't see it either. I don't see it right now. I probably did see the beginning, but then I don't see it anymore. I think the storyline's weird. I think the storyline's
Uh,
weird. Why do I wonder that TJ's going to somehow wander to Charlie's and sleep with Christina? So I've read somewhere else someone was saying they think TJ and Christina are going to get together because they both hate Ava.
maybe. I mean, certainly. I mean, Christina's, she's bi, so
Right.
uh, she could be with TJ. That would be, oof,
Goodness, that was right the
would be
soaps.
that would be so.
It would, I mean, I don't see them together, but that could be something because they both have their hatred for what happened. They agree, and he left Molly.
Yeah.
So
Oh, wait, and what if they have a mystery baby?
hilarious. That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. That's also. That's also. Now we have a child together, our second. Together, Molly would lose her shit. Molly would lose it. Lose it, lose it, lose it.
I mean, it makes sense. I say, why not do that with TJ and Christina? Because what else are you? I mean, I don't see TJ doing anything else on campus right now.
No, no. I
Uh,
mean, TJ's now just there floundering.
yeah,
So they showed Molly with two different men, but they haven't showed him. I mean, him and Willow were still there for a minute, possibly.
yeah,
But she's stuck in the whole. I think she's stuck in the whole vortex.
yeah. I feel like that still needs to play out for a while. So, like in the meantime, get TJ with Christina. That would be great. He goes into Charlie's to drown his sorrows, and then one thing leads to another, and we have a mystery baby.
That can totally happen. That can totally happen. Oh my god, Molly just. Oh, I should lose it. Oh my gosh, I should lose it.
I
Uh,
mean, we know Julian has that back room because he slept in there a lot.
I guess
So
he did.
that's
Well,
good beat.
him and Britt slept back there a couple
Yeah.
times.
So there you go.
Yeah, and so, yeah, exactly. I forgot. I trying to remember when did Julian and Olivia sleep together. I'm trying to remember when that was.
Oh, shoot.
I can't remember. They made Leo clearly.
Yes.
I can't remember. I was
Was that
only
for was that for a New Year's thing?
maybe it was. I can't remember. Chad, you can tell us. You guys always know stuff. I was hoping Molly would get magically pregnant by TJ, but that's not happening. Nope, they're not together. So
No.
now, if Molly got pregnant with somebody else, they would get a story.
Yeah, with Dex's death, I mean, that made me that made was like, is it Dr. Gallen? Is that the case now? Is
Oh,
he?
they've been having him a lot with the thirsty.
Yes.
They're very thirsty, very hungry. Jordan. Jordan's happy. She has set her sights on Dr. Gannon. She sure has.
He's a tall drink of water. So
You know,
yeah.
he is. I mean, I'm like, yeah. TJ and Christina argue over Christina's treatment of Molly and angry sex equals baby.
Yeah. Of course, it could, for sure. Frustrations at Ava. Like, they're both at the bar. Christina's working. TJ just comes in, but Ava's already there. She's just drinking and living
Yeah.
the high life, and then she leaves. Maybe she has some words with Christina, and then just TJ and Christina just like, let's go to the back room and have a baby.
Mhm. It could happen.
That's what we want. Yes, yeah, that soapy goodness that we crave. So yeah, let's just go off the rails here, everybody. Everybody's having mystery babies.
I mean, you get a baby, and you get a baby, and you get a. I hate babies as ploys. I hate that.
Yeah, the baby that I'm most curious about is
So,
the Sasha with Michael's baby. Like I like where's that?
but yeah, she said, "Papa, don't preach. I'm in trouble deep." She is keeping her baby. She told Maxie, "Oh yeah." She said, "Papa, don't preach. I'm keeping my baby. I'm going gonna keep my baby.
I
So Maxie.
Yeah, but like, how long does she think she can get away with this? Because once that bump starts showing,
Oh,
Michael's gonna know. Michael's gonna know exactly what's up.
exactly. Of course. So that new baby's coming, kids. But she
You know that,
decided,
and that means that she's tied to the Quartermaines.
yes. She decided to the Quartermaines, the Spencers, the Corinth family. There's also a Scorpio. That baby has so many ties, it's not even funny. So many ties to it. So many ties to it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It'll be very interesting what she decided to do with that. But she says, well, I decided, I thought about it. I'm keeping the baby. Okay.
Uh,
I don't
Even
know
my
what they're going to do.
baby.
Baby. Ooh, I'm going to keep my baby. Ooh, oh. Little Madonna for you guys. That song came out. I remember that song came out. I was like, what is she singing about? Yeah, baby.
She's gonna.
Sasha is like her mom. Well, it's funny. It's really crazy. It's like Michael has slept with Nell, Willow, and Sasha, all Nina's daughters. I put in air quotes, so to speak.
He
We
wanted
know
to collect
Sasha
the
isn't
whole
her daughter,
set.
but like first, the whole set.
Yeah.
All and have a
Yeah.
kid with each because the kid don't have a kid.
Yeah. You got to
Now
collect them
see,
all.
everybody, Jason Costa brings up something. It keeps coming up, and I don't see any proof of this. I don't see it anywhere. But he says Jason's going to stay I stand to protect Michael. I just don't see it. I feel like Jason's stuck in another storyline. I just don't think he's going to do that.
And also, I don't know what he needs to protect Michael from. I don't
Right.
know what Sasha could say to Jason that he would, especially after everything that happened with Drew, would say like, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to tell Michael about this.
Yeah. People. There's some folks online who want Sasha and Jason together. I just don't see it. I'm not even like I don't even. I just they want them together.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that I'm like against that idea,
All
but
right. All right.
the show needs to do a little bit of, other than just like one quick rescue at a warehouse. You got to put in a little bit more work to kind of show proof of concept.
Yeah. I know. I saw. I don't just say this. Sandy Maxey, Days of Our Lives, Nancy and Craig. He turned gay after decades. I was joking with the turning gay part. He can turn gay. But he accepted a gay lifestyle after that. That's what it was.
Yeah. Oh,
Which happens all the time.
yeah, and even like the whole like Jason, Sasha, Michael thing, it's also like Carly's involved too. And there's no way that Jason's gonna be doing, make perpetuating a lie uh also to Carly too.
Right.
No way. So
If Michael's in a custody battle with Willow, I would have looked at you. You're right, exactly. I just think I don't. We didn't get that far. We didn't even know if they're going to custody battle. I mean, because literally, he could say, I think she adopted him, but she could say that Wiley is his.
yeah. Yeah. And I mean, and Michael was going to, I mean, they were both, Willow and Michael were both going to tell each other about
Right.
sleeping with other people, even though Michael was not going to say it was Sasha, but that he also did that. So, I mean, I don't think anything has changed here, unless Willow, Willow and Nina trying to flee with the kids is something that sets Michael off
Right.
and makes him now more vindictive. Thanks, Nina, for your great advice. Now Michael is vindictive. He wasn't going to be before.
Because Carly will tell Michael,
Oh yeah.
I think the kids. Right. Apparently, they showed the preview for Monday. Willow and Carly get into it.
Which, all right, let's see it. I mean,
I'm in.
uh, one, it's interesting for, when you see Carly kind of accepting women into the men's lives that she loves. But then two, it's always nice to see when those women go at it, and Carly can be a strong presence in a scene. So when she kind of gets a little pushback from people, it's always good to watch.
I agree. I totally agree. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea how it's going to play out because they're actually going pretty fast. So I don't know what They're not dragging it out too long. They gave us some dates. They're like he's getting sworn in like January 5th or 6th or something like that, or like whatever that is. And so we don't even know if he's leaving yet. There's a whole bunch of stuff that we have until at least January for sure before other stuff I think comes out.
And I mean, it's all this stuff is nothing that would affect his election results.
Yeah,
I mean, he's got a scandal. Yes, other politicians have had scandals, but he was a fairly elected representative now. He's a congressman. So, I mean, like, regardless, even if this leaked and stuff, it would just be,
yeah,
a poor look on him, but he still wouldn't affect him going to DC unless he decided to resign
right,
before even taking office, which would seem so weird to me.
yeah,
Because I feel like this is his chance, even if everything else is falling apart, to especially hold on to this to be able to kind of show people he can do good. Like, hey, all right, I failed everybody in my life, but I can at least use this to show people I am not a bad person and I'm trying to do well by everybody. So,
yeah. I was really, is there anything else though?
uh, no.
I think that was all it. I think that was it. 77 people watching. Thank you. I'm trying to think. Is there, I think it was. I think we covered all that. I mean, so there wasn't like a lots of stories. It was mainly the Lulu stuff. And now, yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also was weird. But see them at the Lulu and Dante was while they're at Windermere, they find that little box of Charlotte's,
Yeah, this is a yes.
when she pulls out the horse and explains it. Like, Dante was with you at that time. Dante would know. He's telling Dante like he's an idiot what this horse is
Right.
and why this horse is here. Like, no, no, no. You guys were together, so Dante would know
He
why
knows
you
she
would
loves
that
horses. He knows she
horse.
loves horses. He knows that. Yeah. It's always been that clear she loves horses. Um,
But
someone
poor Donna left because she left it here.
like look at the other way. She kept it here. She kept it the whole time.
Yeah.
I actually like that. Um, she just wants her daughter. She's missing it. She wants to get her daughter back, and out of Valentine's clutches. And remember, her and Valentine didn't get along when she died. Her and Valentine, they none of them got along when she died. That was the whole thing. They weren't getting along. So it'll be interesting to see if her to see Brooklyn. That'll be interesting too, because Brooklyn and Maxie are friends now. That should be a trip. Her and Tracy reuniting. Is there anybody else she's reunite with?
Uh, I mean, she hasn't seen Liz.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Uh, I mean, she hasn't been into. I mean, wait till she sees the transformation of Charlie's. Oh man, she's gonna go crazy. um,
Yes. Yeah.
uh, yeah, and I did like at least I guess Valentine is in Vienna, I guess
Yes.
according to Spinelli. So, maybe we get we get a typical sweet touch by GH, which is a nice glamorous photo exterior of Vienna.
Yes.
And then we just punch into the back lot and
Right.
we see a great little set.
That's right, kids. They work their sets. They
Uh,
do.
so I mean, I think that means we could see a Valentine sighting this week.
I guess we could. I guess we could. Yeah.
I hope so. I hope it's the case. I'd rather see it right. If I don't, just because of me being tired of Lulu going off on people in scenes about this, don't drag this out longer. Let's just let's just get this done.
Well, that's the thing. They have been popping people in. Like I said, Elizabeth wasn't on the show until towards the end. They brought her on. It's like, oh, there's Elizabeth. They do that sometimes now, where you may not be in the first part of the episode, but you may be on at the end. You should pop up all of a sudden. Oh, there you are. Hi, we're at the hospital. Like there's so and so. So it's kind of cool when they do that. So I don't know.
Yeah, like this like Friday with Anna. All of a sudden she's there with Jocelyn at the
Yeah.
hospital. I was like, whoa, oh, there's Anna. All right. I was not expecting that, but did like it. And
Yes.
uh, you know, yeah, as always, it's never medical situations and the way people talk and just like, well, Dex is gonna be fine. He is gonna be fine because he's young. He's young.
Right.
And he survived a stabbing, so he's going to be fine.
Right.
And there's Anna already with the tears welling in the eyes, like, Well, why don't we just see? I'll call your mother. What? I'm gonna hang up because you're clearly getting delusional at this moment, Jocelyn.
And he's like, I'm sorry. I was like, oh my God. And they showed him. He didn't really. As we end the show, as we get it, they really killed him.
Yeah. And I did like Liz. So you're saying there is something really wrong going on here at this hospital.
Possible mystery. Lulu doesn't know that Hunter Stark got blown up. I know. There's a lot that she doesn't know.
Yeah. Uh,
Still
and I'll be curious because like at least it seems
more.
the
She
teases
knows a
for
lot, but more.
it seems the tease for next week with it feels like Portia's going to be pulling Elizabeth off of cases because it seemed like she's like saying like we can't have you in direct contact with patients for a while.
Ugh, that's kind of crazy. She didn't do it.
There you go. Speaking of that, I'm just going to take this digitalis real quick. I'll be right
There he
back.
goes. Frank's next, you guys. Frank is next. Um, Frank, what are your emails? Everybody's wondering about your emails.
Here we go, leading into the holiday. A meager increase from when
Oh,
we
not that, yeah,
last
not that
met.
much.
No,
323, 462. 323, 462.
but now we're gonna have a little gap. We've got a few weeks before we
We
reload
do.
back. So who knows what 2025 will hold?
Yes, we'll see. 2025, that's scary. If you double in 2025, it'll be 600,000 of these things. That's crazy. Okay, so that's the emails, you guys. That's the emails, kids. As we leave 2024 behind, um, again, I don't know when we back. We will be back. I just don't know when exactly. I'll know more after the 1st of January. I'll know more. Even sooner. Just continue to follow us on GHB Spotlight on Facebook or either our handles. He's at Happy Go Jackie, and I'm at James Lott Jr. So we'll let you know what's going on. But we will be back. We're back. Freaking I'll be back. We're back.
One question before I know we wrap up, or actually, I will say two. Leading with the first one is: are you continuing the tradition of the New Year's Day uh, stream with Flobo?
No, this year we're not doing it because I have to work. I can plan. I couldn't plan anything. I might be working that day. So I couldn't. I know we did it 2 years in a row. I can't do it this year, unfortunately. So I'm very sad because I have to actually. I might be working that day. I have no idea what's going on. I know I can't do. I can't plan anything.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know I
Not
can't
just
plan.
for you and Flobo, but for the fans.
I'm for the fans. We used to do it every day last 2 years in a row. I can't do it. I don't know what's. I don't know what my. I have. I might be. I might be free by then. I might not. I have no idea.
All right. And then James, as we're wrapping up, are the last time we see each other in 2024. What are you most thankful for this year?
Why don't we see each other on Thursday?
That's true, but with our soap fans.
Some fans, yes. I have some really great things, some irons in the fire that I'm very excited about that I can't tell you guys about yet, just yet. But if they come true, some of the stuff will come true, but some of it I'm working on. It'll be major. It'll be major for JLJ Media and James Lott Jr. I have some major stuff in the works that I'm very excited about. And I will be working on some changes, a few changes here. There were certain shows are going, certain shows are coming back. I got all kinds of stuff happening. I'll step in with Flo. Well, of course you would, Tony JC. Um, I'm actually looking forward to 2025. I have some exciting stuff happening. In the beginning of the month, it's my 6th-year anniversary back in Los Angeles. So the best decision I've made in my adult life was to come back to LA and change my whole life. That's January 16th. So I'm very excited. And today is this is my 15th anniversary as super organizer in JLJ Media. So I literally thank you. I took a chance at 40 years old to change my life. And so now I'm heading into 56 next year. I'm like, oh, it's crazy. And some family stuff I'm working on too, and things like that. So I'm going into it actually hopeful. Frank, what about you? And what are you thinking?
Well, I mean, I guess this is um as good a time as anybody but that this will be my last show for JLJ Media. Uh there you
Done. That's
go.
it.
And then we just cut right there. That's my
That would be a good cliffhanger. What happened? What happened? Like what? What happened? What happened there? That's it. That's it. What happened? That's it.
No, I'm thankful to have a family and a, a steady job and the opportunity to chat with you at least once a week, if not more, depending on what shows are on at the time, and talk about stuff and I guess hopefully entertain some people, which is really nice.
Yes, we have Andor next that's coming back for sure. That's a show we both like
Yes.
in April, so we have that for sure, of course. In addition to our show and the rest of Skeleton Crew, so yeah, we'll see what happens. We're doing that, and I have more audio dramas and things, and he got this nice. There'll be 10 years next year for
Sure.
us.
Most thankful for this. This was very one of the sweet highlights of 2024. This
Yes, totally
prestigious
deserved.
award.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, totally deserved, folks. Totally deserved. You guys, and we love you guys. You guys have been great to us. You watch our shows, you do all this stuff. Oh, I guess I answered this question. I thought I answered it before, maybe I didn't answer it for not today, but another time. But Sabrina's asking me, will I review Beyond the Gates? We're not sure yet. It's a cliffhanger for you. We're not sure yet. So that's all I can tell you at the moment.
My fingers crossed that you and Tony and yeah can make that happen.
We're in talks. That's all I can tell you right now. We're in talks. But we'll continue Wine Our Bold and GH for the moment.
Have they announced a date for the gates yet?
February 25th,
Oh,
2020.
all right.
That's what's coming out. That's what starts on CBS right after Bold and the Beautiful. So for me, it doesn't interrupt any of my shows. I see them all in a row. For us in Los Angeles, won't interrupt any of our stuff.
That's there you go.
So do that. So, but yeah. So, well, I'll keep you guys just stay posted with us. Stay tuned. But we're in talks. In talk and stuff. So we don't know yet. That's it, kids. Thank you so much for all your support, and we will see you guys next year.
Bye.
I lied to.
Oh, the digitalis. Oh, my heart.